Welcome to the National Polo Center, Palm Beach County, Florida. There are only two teams that are undefeated in this, the second leg of the gauntlet. They're also the highest scoring team, so get ready for a fast-paced showdown between Coca-Cola and Park Place for the USPA Gold Cup Championship. Hello, everyone. I'm Kenny Rice, along with the Hall of Famer Adam Snow. Adam, what can we expect today?
Kenny, I love this matchup. Each team has their own high-scoring QB. Hilario Ochoa for Park Place, Polito Pierres for Coca-Cola. I'm looking to see which quarterback can bring in the rest of their team and find their passing rhythm.
A lot of excitement about this game. For more on that, let's check in with Anna Doolittle.
Kenny, thanks. And like any true quarterback, Park Place's Hilario Ochoa has been fighting to get back to a gauntlet title for the last couple of years. But the last time that Ochoa and Park Place was in a USPA Gold Cup final was back in 2022, and they lost in overtime. But if there is anything that we have learned about this current Park Place team, it's that they won't give up. They were down 3 goals in their semifinal game against Catamount, and they rallied back to win it. And that's in large part due to the rally of Ochoa, and he leads the tournament in scoring with 9 goals per game. And you can look for Louis Hine to be feeding him the ball today. As for Coca-Cola, they too had to rally back to win their semifinal game against Brookshire. Team owner Jillian Johnston is hoping her organization can secure their first USPA Gold Cup title, while Captain Polito Pierres is hoping to capture his second. Adam?
Thank you, Anna. Polito Pierres, 9-goal player, playing number 3 position. He's been on fire so far this year. Behind him, the back door of white helmet, Julian de Lucereta, 7 goals. Look for Julian to be playing defense, but then looking for those offensive transition plays. He has 8 goals on the season so far. At number 2, the youngest player on the field, only 17 years old, Lorenzo Chavon, already in his second gauntlet finals. And up front, one of my favorite teammates, Jillian Johnston. She's got a golden retriever on the back of her helmet. We won the 2002 US Open together, and she's a goal scorer with 8 already this tournament. And for Park Place in the number 4 position, Peque Gonzalez. He just had his 25th birthday last week. We've seen a lot of Peque playing in the Gold Cup. He won with Scone in 22, runner-up in the US Open last year. At number 3, Dynamo Hilario Ochoa. He is the high scorer of this whole tournament. He is 100% from the penalty line, which is an incredible accomplishment. He's going to be quarterbacking his team. In front of him, 19-year-old Louis Hine, hailing from England. Louis is a 5-goal player, has won 2 Gold Cups, but those were over in England. This is his first gauntlet. And up front, player-owner Andre Borodin. He's going to be leading the line for his Park Place team and looking for his first Gold Cup title.
ESPN award-winning announcer Chris Fowler here for the coin toss with Michael Prince, the CEO and president of USPA Global, and Stuart Armstrong, the chairman of the United States Polo Association. And happy to announce that Chris will be joining us in a few weeks for the US Open on ESPN. Weather right now, beautiful. 77 degrees, you see, overcast, as we get ready for what we expect to be a high-scoring championship showdown. Here's the throw-in, Coca-Cola in the red, Park Place in the blue, and it's underway, the USPA Gold Cup Championship. Both these high-scoring teams, Coca-Cola averaging 12 goals, Park Place 12.5 goals as they go at it, and there's a steal early on, and Pierres has it the other way for Coca-Cola. Pierres moving quickly, Gonzalez flanking him. Pierres will hold up just for a moment. He has scored almost half the goals for his team in this tournament, 23 of those 48 goals. Now there's the shot. Put it right in front. It's rolling, it goes through and on the board that fast. That is what they like to do.
What a goal by Polito Pierres to start things off on his first chucker mare, Natalia. And Peque was doing everything he could to keep him from having an easy goal shot. It wasn't easy. It was 80 yards off to the side. His teammate Julian de Lucereta was up front to usher it over the back line, but it was really Polito's play.
Pierres sets it up. De Lucereta puts it through, and Coca-Cola goes up 1-0. Now, both teams started sluggishly in the semifinals. Rather surprisingly, they had to come from behind to win, as we have another throw-in, and this one's taken out of there by Park Place. And here they go trying to generate something. That's Louis Hine, the youngster from Great Britain, putting it ahead. Hine trying to follow it up. Now coming in is Gonzalez. Gonzalez will put it up. Can he cut it through? No, just missed to the right.
Unlucky, unlucky. A great play there by Louis Hine, passing it up to Peque. just wide right. This will be a knock-in for Coca-Cola.
Here comes Pierres. Set up the first score here for Coca-Cola. And moves along, moves it on the near side. Still moving it, gets it to midfield. That's 150 yards away from the goal on this expanse of grass that you see here. 300 yards by 150, this polo field. Now moving with it once again is Pierres. Pierres has the shot. Pierres puts it up and puts it through. Bang, bang, Coca-Cola up 2-0.
What a start by Coca-Cola. They're firing on all cylinders now, and you see all the players are involved, even off the ball. Lorenzo Chavan was working. Julian got on that ball. Polito called her off and finished goal number 2. Get that pass by Julian under the neck. Polito jumps on it, picks it out of the air, and there's nothing Louis Hine can do to stop him.
Johnston with the assist. Pierres with his 24th of the 50 goals scored by Coca-Cola in this tournament. That's how dominant he has been. Here's Coca-Cola with it again. Coca-Cola controlling these throw-ins. They move it along on the near side, now picking up some action with it right there. Is De Luceretta. De Luceretta has it knocked away from him, but now it's picked back up by Pierres. Pierres works it toward the middle. They're about 60 yards away. Giving chase there is Chavan. Chavan number 2, but he's going to be ridden off. Taking it away is Peque Gonzalez with some good defense here for Park Place early. And Ulloa touches it. Ulloa, the leading scorer for Park Place, one of the legends in this game. Moves it along, gets it up near midfield. Now taking over is Hine. Hine playing in his first gauntlet. The 19-year-old.
He's trying to catch up to his sister, who we just watched win the U.S. Open women's finals.
Sister Millie already has 1 trophy out of here.
2 in a row.
2,
right?
yeah.
Last 2 years.
Action moves along the board here. Now he'll circle around and get it. And we'll watch Ulloa work. Out to the middle of the field. With it, Gonzalez. Can he get to it? Not this time.
Good defense there by Chavan.
Chavan, the youngster, 17 years old, playing in his 2nd championship already. Played in the C.B. Whitney where they were runner-up just a few weeks ago.
Playing very well.
Playing with more confidence, would you say, this time around, too?
I think so. He might have been a little nervous, understandably, at only age 17.
Gonzalez moving with it. Peque with his shot. It's up, it's through. Peque Gonzalez comes right back for Park Place. And it's Park Place getting on the board as they needed to, 2-1.
And that's what Park Place needed, and it's Peque Gonzalez coming from the number 4 position, getting involved in the offense here and scoring Park Place's first goal. And if you'll remember, it was Peque down in his end of the field hitting that nice back shot to Hilario Ulloa that started this play.
Already here in the first chukker, it's 2-1. These teams are on pace to score about their average, which is 12 goals per game.
Both high-scoring teams.
This would be like averaging close to 100 in a basketball game if you're scoring around 12, wouldn't it?
That's right. Over 100 points, I would say, comparing it to basketball.
Circling around with it is Hine. Here's Park Place in the blue. Ulloa is moving over. He's looking for some room. He doesn't need much as he shoots it ahead. Laying it ahead for his teammate. Moving up there is Hine. Works with it on the offside. Still works with it. Now comes on the near side and looks for the shot. And it's going to go high down to the sideline. Oh, nice shot by Gonzalez. Backs it in there. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Tapped and through.
What a
Hine puts it through. Hine puts it through. Gonzalez kept it alive, and it's tied at 2.
Just like that, it's a tie ball game, and that was a great defensive play by Peque Gonzalez to hit that back shot to his teammate Louis Hine. Big bump, totally legal, scoops it in on the near side.
Hine, as we mentioned, in his first gauntlet, he has won 2 Gold Cups in England. But this is his first time here in the U.S. trying for the USPA Gold Cup.
That's right. He won one at only the age of 15 with his brother, and then he won one with Park Place when he was 16 years old.
Along the boards, Chavan trying to get to it.
Two teenagers going at it there.
Yeah, Chavan and Hine. Very talented, playing in the biggest stage already, young in their careers. And there is our first whistle at 49 seconds to go here in the first chukker.
The umpires on the field today are Guillermo Villanueva and Kayana DeCoit. And there's a third man in the stands to decide any differences of opinion on the field to cast the deciding vote. This will be a hit from the spot for Park Place. That was a crossing foul blown against Coca-Cola.
And Gonzalez has his. We take a look at the basics of polo. You see how big the field is.
It's a huge area out there, 10 acres, 9 football fields. Each chukker 7.5 minutes long, and teams switch directions after each goal is scored.
Shot put ahead. Coca-Cola is able to turn it away.
What a play by Siobhan there.
Siobhan playing well here in the early going. Now right back is Gonzalez. He's already scored 1 goal for Park Place. Final seconds, first chukker, tied at 2. Second whistle already. So after 1, it's Park Place 2 and Coca-Cola 2. You know, the second leg of the gauntlet, over a half a century old. Both teams trying to be golden, as Anna Doolittle tells us.
A trophy known for its elegance and prestige, the USPA Gold Cup continues to be one of the most difficult trophies to win in North America. Established in 1974 and known as the crown jewel of the winter polo season, elite polo players travel around the world to have a chance to engrave their names on its shimmering gold plates, a symbol of the dedication and accomplishments of one's career. It's the second stop on the gauntlet of polo, the toughest test in the sport, and resides here at the epicenter for polo, the USPA National Polo Center. Who will follow in the footsteps of legendary players like Adolfo Cambiaso, Gonzalo Pierez Sr., and Mariano Aguirre, and win the 51st USPA Gold Cup. The USPA Gold Cup is brought to you by the United States Polo Association, founded in 1890, and by US Polo ASSN, the official sports brand of the USPA.
Welcome back to the USPA Gold Cup final here at the USPA National Polo Center, the sport's premier polo destination. We're seeing high goal polo at its best right now. Coca-Cola in the red, Park Place in the blue. They're tied at 2 as we go to the second chukker to decide this USPA Gold Cup championship. Both teams started off slowly in the semifinals, but not now. They picked up where they've been throughout most of this tournament. The 2 highest scoring teams in it, and here comes Coca-Cola on the run once again. Shot is put up on goal. It's going through, and Coca-Cola's back in front 3-2. Just like that, coming right out to start this second chukker.
These teams cannot stop scoring, and this is Coca-Cola getting a break. Here's Julian coming from number 4, blasting up to number 1 and stroking it through from 30 yards out.
Yeah, De Luceretta got that goal coming around Peque Gonzalez. So De Luceretta picks up his 13th goal of this tournament. He's the second leading scorer on the team, and it's now 3-2 Coca-Cola. De Luceretta moving for that, doesn't get it. Here comes Ulloa, the leading scorer on this team. He's yet to score, though. Hine and Gonzalez both with the scores so far for Park Place. And right there is Pierres, knocks it away.
You heard that last-minute call. Larga means leave it. So he was following it up. Julian asked Lorenzo to leave the ball. This is Andre back on D.
Borodin back on defense. Now moving in with it. And turning it back around is Louis Hine, who has a goal for Park Place in this.
Good steal by Peque.
And Peque takes it away. Let's see what he can do with it. Gonzalez trying to get a breakaway. Lifts it high. Now trying to follow it up. He's got away. He's on his own. Peke in front of everyone. 60 goal, 60 yards out. Lifts it up and puts it through. Beautiful shot by Peke Gonzalez. He stayed right with it and ties it up at 3.
What a horse, what a play by Peke Gonzalez. And again, it's the number 4, this time on Park Place, coming from back to front. This is a terrific mare named Tan Primadonna. Adolfo borrowed it from him last year. He got out front. There was no way they were going to catch him.
Gonzalez won the Whitney in 2023 and 2024. And he won this Gold Cup here in 2022.
What's been interesting is to see him shift for his playing with Hilario, how he's gone to back and become more of a passer than a puller, but he can still jump out and score a goal like that.
And here's Ulloa. Ulloa on the move with it. Ulloa will lift it ahead. Now he'll catch up with it. Trying to stay with him is Siobhan. Now on the near side. Ulloa right in front.
Yeah, that was a free hit for Park Place. Julian de Luchareta got caught across the new line. Louis Hine got the foul. Hilario put it away. It's 4-3 Park Place.
So a big break on that call for Park Place.
Break and really good team polo by Park Place with Louis following up Hilario.
And on the throw in, Hine takes it away from Pierres. Hine will play it down along the board. Overrides battling there is Pierres. Pierres battling with Ulloa. The 2 top scorers on their team. Now almost turned away by Hine, but it's deflected. And here comes Coca-Cola on the attack once again. Johnston trying to get to it. She is cut off by Bourdin. And now De La Cerreta. He has a goal in this one for Coca-Cola, the second leading scorer on this team. Now it's moved away once again. Going back to get it is Siobhan.
Nice back shot.
Sets it up the middle of the field. They're about 80 yards away. Now the ball's put ahead. Moving with it, trying to cut it in there is De La Cerreta. Can't quite get to it as Hine was right with him, and it goes out of bounds.
Really good run of play there. Both teenagers getting involved on defense. Louis for Park Place and Lorenzo for Coca-Cola.
And Hine and Siobhan both in their gauntlet debut. And now here comes Park Place. Ulloa moving with it.
Look at him work.
Ulloa now moves it on the near side. He's going for it. Still flanking him. Trying to cut him off is Siobhan. That is a tough task today. Now Hine gets it. Hine gets it back ahead to Ulloa. Ulloa puts it through.
Another amazing team play by Park Place, and that play started with Peke Gonzalez's knock-ins. Slapped it left to Hilario Ulloa. And here's Louis Hine getting behind Hilario, taking one look and putting it back out front of his teammate Hilario Ulloa. Just avoids the hook to score the goal.
Ulloa, who is averaging an amazing 8 goals per game in this tournament, gets his first now and extends the lead to 5-3 for Park Place. And remember, they switch sides after each goal. Here's the throw in. It is controlled by Hine of Park Place. Hine comes tearing out of there with it. He'll leave it behind. Ulloa now with it. And trying to clear it out of there. Oh, it's close. Oh.
Nice little show and go. He flipped the ball behind Hilario.
De La Cerreta was able to cut that ball off. Now it gets out to the middle of the field. De La Cerreta going for it. Gonzalez in the blue is right there with him. Now we have a whistle and a stop. And time to take a look at some of the basics of polo.
So everybody must play right-handed. One of the last left-handed players was Jillian's father, Ski Johnston, who was grandfathered in. The average horse at top speed is up to 35 miles an hour, and that ball can get traveling 100 miles an hour or more. And you know who we've seen a lot of so far is Louis Hine here today. Light blue helmet, only 19 years old. He's finding the ball a lot.
And there he is again, coming out with it. Hine, right there with him is Pierres. Now he gets back out to the middle of the field, and there's De La Cerreta. Always one goal already for Coca-Cola. He puts it ahead.
You heard Hilario calling to Andre, forward, forward. Really good call to put it over in the Nice play by Andre.
Now spinning around is De Luceretta. He'll leave it behind there. There's a whistle and a foul.
This will be a 40-yard hit at an undefended goal by Coca-Cola. That was a right-of-way infraction. It looks like it's Julian De Luceretta on hot toddy.
And De Luceretta goes wide with it to the right.
Unfortunate there. And Coca-Cola has not been great with their open goal penalties. They missed 2 or 3 in the semis. They're switching up shooters.
And conversely, it's been a strong point for Park Place, led by Ulloa, who has yet to miss a penalty shot.
Really incredible that he's 100% from the penalty line.
And here he comes, moving along, still going 100 yards out. Now he lifts it up ahead. Right with it is Hine. Hine cuts the shot, cuts it through. Louis Hine getting the feed from Ulloa, and the youngster from Great Britain puts through his second score. Now they have doubled up Coca-Cola. Park Place 6-3.
And Louis Hine is on fire. Once again, it's a team play. This time the pass comes from Hilario Ulloa. 120-yard neck shot. Louis jumps on that ball and scoops it under the neck.
And the 19-year-old making the most of his gauntlet debut here, playing outstanding. Let's check in now with Anna.
Kenny, thanks. We've already gotten a glimpse of how beautiful and talented these horses are. They're the foundation of the sport, and they make up 80% of any polo game with their speed, their ability to stop and turn, and of course, work with the player to make the winning play. But Coca-Cola's Julian De Luceretta says, don't forget about that other 20%. It's one thing to have the best horses in the world, but if you don't know how to bring the best out of them, you won't win titles.
The way we play, the way we play, that is, we try at least to play open and hitting long balls and passes and trying to anticipate, and you give the horse a good chance to play better than if you stop and do short plays and that kind of polo. They have to have everything. They have to run, they have to stop, they have to turn. But yeah, I tried always to play a comfortable horse, so I can hit the ball properly and wherever I want. We really get together a nice group of horses, and now we have the results. I think it's the key for a good team to get to the finals and to get trophies.
On our 135th anniversary, we celebrate the strong bonds formed between the horses, players, and fans of the game. Bonds that enable us to play the sport we are born to play. The speed, the energy, the competition, the crowd, and the tradition. We were born for this. US Polo ASSN, born to play.
Welcome back to the USPA National Polo Center, and this, the USPA Gold Cup Championship. We get Park Place 6, Coca-Cola 3, as we move here to the third chukker. And what a showing it's been for 19-year-old Louis Hine from England in his gauntlet debut. He's been the star of the game so far, and his last goal put Park Place up by 3, and here comes the throw in, and here comes Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola, this is not a strange situation for them. They trailed by 3 going into the third chukker in the semifinal and rallied to win. Ulloa turns it away, trying to keep it back on the offensive end. There is Pierres, who's been relatively quiet here, hasn't he, Adam?
He has, but don't count him out. Remember, he was down by 3 in the semifinals, had that big bump with Heta Castagnola, and came out on fire in the fourth chukker.
Peque Gonzalez from Park Place puts it ahead. Ulloa going for it, moving it along. Ulloa looking for a seam. Waiting back there for him is De Luceretta in the red. And again, it's Ulloa still under control. Ulloa moving it along, overrides this time. And now coming in is Siobhan for Coca-Cola.
Nice hook by Siobhan, leaving the ball for his teammate Polito.
And Perez trying to get something going here. Their top scorer's yet to put one through. Moves it up ahead. De Luceretta has it. It's left from behind. And we have a whistle and another stoppage of play.
Fortunately, I think that's going in Park Place's favor as well. It looked like two Coca-Cola players dove in on the same ball in front of a blue number 2. One of the things that's working really well for Park Place is Peque Gonzalez's knock-ins, because it allows Hilario to be on the field 60, 80, 100 yards out. And if he can make that pass to Hilario, he's putting the team in a dangerous situation.
Ulloa, you see him moving just ahead there. Now they cross midfield. Hine will leave it there for Ulloa. Fires it up ahead. It's about 10 yards away from the goal. Now moving in to turn it away. De Luceretta. He let it roll and it goes out of bounds.
He just took a fake swing, letting it roll over to freeze the player behind him. For Coca-Cola, it's Polito taking the knock-ins.
Here comes Perez. Rips it ahead. De Luceretta moves it ahead. They continue to get aggressive here, Coca-Cola, knowing they got to get something going. They've been a little stymied here in their last few times down the field. Looking for the shot, looking for the shot. It's up.
Unlucky, there was
and
a
it's not
deflection.
there. It deflected away from Johnston. And again, that's part of the game.
Part of the game.
An unfortunate part that time for Coca-Cola. Right back is Ulloa. Ulloa cut off along the boards. Now with it is Chavon. Lorenzo Chavon, the 17-year-old, has it for Coca-Cola the other way. Chavon, nice stick handling here as he moves it along. Now about 80 yards out, he'll leave it behind for De Luceretta. De Luceretta puts it up, and it's going to go wide and way out.
Unlucky, but you see Coca-Cola starting to find their rhythm. That was a beautiful play by Lorenzo, taking the big bump from Hilario and still getting the ball turned around.
And they've been out of rhythm for a while now after that rapid start.
They're finding the ball more. They're making passes. This is Hilario going for a knock-in. Peque was off changing horses. You'll see these players change horses on the fly all the time to try to always be on a fresh horse.
Ulloa moves it ahead, goes across midfield, where it will be turned back quickly by De Luceretta. And now we have a whistle and another foul as Jillian Johnston, number 1, was going for it.
This will be a spot hit for blue. It was an infraction against red for crossing the right-of-way.
Jillian hard to miss with that golden retriever on the back of her helmet. Has her Goldens with her usually on the road.
You gotta love that helmet.
Josie and Tater, is that right? The two
Well, it
Goldens?
was the last finals that everybody's doing their fancy warm-up, and Jillian's chilling with her golden retriever Josie in the tent.
Coca-Cola runner-up just a few weeks ago in the CV Whitney Cup, trying for a championship here in the USPA Gold Cup. And here comes, once again, Park Place being very aggressive with it. And it's turned away. Coca-Cola trying to get something going here.
Here's a chance for Coke.
Now still moving with it. And still moving with it. Here comes, turned away here by Ulloa briefly. Now overrides, trying to go back and get it, and Coca-Cola does, circling around with it. That's De Luceretta. Right with him is Gonzalez. We have a whistle and another stop. And we've seen these polo ponies make some incredible plays, turning on a dime. What makes a good polo pony?
Well, we just saw it there with Peque Gonzalez horses turning on a dime and getting that line, getting the foul. We're looking for horses that run, stop, and turn on your subtlest cue. So I like to think of it as like, on your best horse, it's almost like you're out there playing with your eyes. Where you look, you go.
As you mentioned earlier, they can go up to 35 miles an hour. It's like charging down the Kentucky Derby stretch.
That's right, and you see what a good horse can do. Peque won that foul. They're moving it up to an open goal penalty, because had Coca-Cola not fouled, he would have had a breakaway. So they're moving it up from half field to 40 yards. And Coca-Cola is going to challenge the location of this foul. If they win this challenge, they're saying it should be farther out than 40 yards. If they win this challenge, they keep it. If they lose it, they're done for the day.
So, Adam, they took a chance with that appeal.
They took a chance, maybe trying to change the momentum. They lost their challenge, so the call stands. It's going to be a 40-yard undefended hit for for Park Place to go up by 4.
He has yet to miss. Ulloa perfect in 4 games of this tournament.
Which probably a third of those penalties he shot are from the 60-yard line, and that's something like taking a 60-yard field goal attempt, which I think they're around 50%.
Uncontested from 40. It looks easier than it is, right, Adam, as he puts it right through, nice and smooth. It remains perfect on his penalty shots.
Good hit.
And it's getting serious for Coca-Cola now, as Park Place has taken a 7-3 lead here, under 3 minutes to go in the first half. We mentioned earlier that Coca-Cola trailed by 3 going into the 3rd chukker in the semifinal. They're down 4 right now. About 2.5 to go in this first half. And with it is Gonzalez turning it away for Park Place. What Coca-Cola got to do here to get back in that rhythm where they started so fast, Adam?
I mean, Park Place is playing so well. That amazing defensive play we just saw there by Peque Gonzalez, and Hilario Trustin back there to play D.
De Lucereta's back shot is knocked away by Ulloa. There is another whistle.
This looks like it's going to go in favor of Coca-Cola, and it's been a while since a ball jumped in their favor, since they got a call. Hilario went back to the ball, right-of-way infraction against Park Place.
This is a perfect time of the year for a sports fan. Pick a sport and you're probably going to see it. Men's and women's Final Four in the NCAA basketball tournament, the Masters, and of course join us here for the U.S. Open Polo Championship. And then the F1 Miami Grand Prix and the Kentucky Derby. First Saturday in May, as always. What a spring sports calendar. Pick a sport, you got it. Okay, here's Coca-Cola with their chance now, Adam. It's up and it's good.
Good for Polito. They needed that goal, and Polito put it up and over everybody to bring them back within 3. So even though it's been all Park Place, a big penalty 60-yard hit for Polito, they're still in it. They were only down by 3 in the semis and came right back.
Polito Pierre is the 2nd leading scorer coming into this tournament, trailing only Ulloa for Park Place. And that was a needed goal indeed for Coca-Cola. And coming out with it once again is Louis Hine, who wins the throw-in for Park Place. Hine moves it along on his near side. Coming over to flank him, De Lucereta. Hine will now circle around. De Lucereta is there with him. Ulloa comes in. Ulloa is being ridden hard there by Chavon right there on his flank, and it rolls out.
Smart play by Hilario there. He had position on his man. He could have flipped it back, but he decided it was a bad play to leave it on the field because he had already overridden it. Really smart play to let the ball cross the back line.
Let's see what Coca-Cola can do now with 1:13 to go here in the first half. We saw in the C.B. Whitney as they scored just before the buzzer, if you remember, in a chukker, when Jillian Johnson was able to put it through. Now they're moving along with urgency now, crossing into midfield, and now moving on their own territory. De Lucereta will override. Coming up from behind him, can he get to it is Chavon? Not this time, waiting once again, and it will be Hine. Number 2 clearing it out for Park Place. Hine playing with a great deal of confidence in this game. And why not, the way he's been playing throughout this tournament.
You see Hilario trusting him with the ball, saying, you go, Louis, you go, I got the back door.
It's left from behind now. Pierres comes in. Pierres going at it with Ulloa. There's a couple of the greats. And Pierres will move it along with 19 seconds to go. Can they get something going here? De Lucereta. De Lucereta has an open shot. De Lucereta trying to take it all the way in, and he does. He does. They did it before the final seconds of a chukker in the C.B. Whitney. They do it right now in the 3rd chukker here at the USPA Gold Cup. That was a big goal just before intermission to make it 7-5.
And that's just what Coca-Cola needed. It's Julian De Lucereta coming from number 4 to number 1. His teammates blocking out people, and he was able to bring it through the uprights to put his team within 2 at halftime.
De Luceretta with a needed goal for Coca-Cola. Up and down in this action-packed first half. We expected it to be fast and furious. It is. Park Place has the lead. Stay with us. Halftime activities coming up.
And I love being a part of something bigger than just myself.
It's amazing what these animals can do.
I wouldn't trade the community for the world.
That passion brings a lot of people together.
The polo community is the warmest community. They want to make you a better player.
Did you know there are over 100 college and interscholastic polo programs across the U.S. designed for players like you? Take the next step. Visit playpolo.org today to learn more and get started.
Park Place leads Coca-Cola 7-5 at the USPA Gold Cup Championship Final here at the beautiful USPA National Polo Center, the sport's premier destination for polo. And Park Place's Louis Hine has a couple of assists and 2 great goals here in the first half, and he's really been preparing for this moment for his entire life. He grew up playing polo with his family, his dad, his brother, and his 2 sisters, really learning the importance of playing every position on a team. It's why he fits so well with Park Place. His ability to do what's best in the moment for Park Place is bringing out the best in him.
Eladio and Becca, they kind of they gave me a lot of confidence and tell me kind of do what you want going forwards and like back yourself. Last year I played with 90210 and I was playing a bit more towards the back of the field, so I had to play a bit more safe and classic, but this year they told me do what you want up the front, ask for the ball, and yeah, just play with confidence. And so yeah, they've kind of just been so good at telling me to do that. Obviously I'm English and Australian, so I've always been more in England. You know, I played the high goal there for a couple of years, but I've always also watched the high goal here for as long as I can remember, and always aspired to be here and to play here, and that's a dream come true. Honestly, to be here in the final of the Gold Cup, it's amazing. I can't wait to play.
Hine is looking to win his first ever gauntlet final. Park Place with a nice 2-goal lead right now, but don't count out Coca-Cola. They're definitely a second half team, and they are making adjustments as we speak. But right now, fans have taken over the field. This is not your normal halftime. Divot stomping is one of the longest standing traditions in the sport, and fans get to enjoy champagne, they get to take some selfies, and have a little fun on the US Polo ASSN Stadium field. Guys.
Thanks, Anna. It is a nice day to be out on the field helping with the divot stomp, isn't it, as we get ready for the second half coming up. And, Adam, let's take a look at the action from that first half and a couple of the big goals in this game.
Well, it was goals back and forth, and it was teamwork. In this case, it was Peque Gonzalez backing the ball to his teammate Louis Hine, a tidy finish on the near side. And here is Jillian Johnston getting on the ball, slapping a neck shot up to Polito Pierres, her captain, and Polito makes no mistake, scooping it on through.
Coca-Cola started out hot. Park Place tied up and then took the lead, took charge of this, and then coming right back was Coca-Cola. And at halftime, it is 7-5 in this, the championship of the USPA Gold Cup. We expect an exciting finish when we come back here to the National Polo Center in Palm Beach County, Florida.
Good sportsmanship is about respect. Respecting your team, respecting your opponent, respecting the game. And now it's about respecting the environment. US Polo ASSN and 4Ocean are working together to keep our oceans clean. Discover how you can play your part at uspoloassnglobal.com/4Ocean.
Welcome back to the USPA Gold Cup Championship. And it's Park Place leading 7-5 over Coca-Cola as we get ready to start the second half.
That was huge of Coca-Cola to come back, get those 2 goals back right before halftime. Now they've had an opportunity to talk to their coaches and set up their game plan for the second half.
Coca-Cola in the red, you know that if you've ever had one. And they give the ball up to midfield there, bounced off De Luceretta for just a moment. Now with it is Siobhan. This is 17-year-old Lorenzo Siobhan moving it out to the middle of the field. He's about 75 yards away. Siobhan puts it ahead, trying to pass it to his teammate De Luceretta. De Luceretta has it, scores it. Beautiful assist, beautiful score. Siobhan to De Luceretta, and just like that, Coca-Cola scores again to cut it 7-6.
And just like that, it's a 1-goal game. Again, it's the pass, this time from Lorenzo Siobhan. Zeroes in on that next shot, gets just enough and sets up Julian De Luceretta, wins the leg on Peque, goes to the ball on the offside. Nice finish.
De Luceretta, runner-up in this event in 2017. And trying to pick up his first here. They switch sides at the end of each score. With it in the blue is Park Place. That's Louis Hine, the 19-year-old from Great Britain who's had a great game so far today. Now here comes Coca-Cola again with it. This is the pace that both teams like. Up and down the field, they're the top 2 scoring teams in this tournament. Park Place averaging 12.5 goals. Coca-Cola 12 goals coming into this championship.
And it feels like Coca-Cola's found their rhythm. They've increased their tempo of play. I know they're going to try to get Jillian more involved up front. Andre's done a really good job so far covering the back door.
This is Polito Pierres. Pierres moving. Pierres trying to get it there to the middle, trying to get it over to Siobhan. And it stays right there, and it's going to roll and roll out.
Another smart play by Ilario there. He took a quick judgment, decided it was safer to let it roll out than to try to hit that next shot. One bad bounce, it could go in your own goal.
Peque Gonzalez will bring it in. Lifts it over to the side. Ulloa giving chase. Now it's turned around toward the middle of the field. Jillian Johnston looked at it, saw that her teammate had it, and now moved away from it. Now they're trying to move it ahead, and once again, there's Louis Hine in on the action. Try to hook him. They can't quite do it. Ulloa moves in.
Here's Jillian on the ball.
There's Jillian, number 1. She leaves it behind De Luceretta. Puts it up ahead, and Ulloa trying to turn it away. It's deflected, and it stays on Coca-Cola end, and with it is Pierres. Pierres, can he get something there? Tries to move it, and can he cut that? No. That would have been incredible.
I think it bounced off the far goal post.
I think it hit that goal post, didn't it? It's 24 feet wide, and it went about 24 and an inch.
Yeah.
It just bounced off that. He almost pulled off a near impossible shot. But that's what he's done many times in his career. Now moving with it, another guy that can do that, Ulloa. He puts it down the middle of the field. It's about 90 yards away, and with it is Borodine. Borodine going with it, and staying right with him is Johnson. And they'll turn it away, and here's Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola likes this. They're trying to keep it moving along. Pierres has it along the boards.
That bounced off the top of the board, stayed on the field for Polito.
Pierres has it. Gonzalez looking him down, and Pierres has it. That is deflected. Gets out into the middle of the field. Who's going to get to it? Popped up in the air, and Louis Hine will give chase. Hine has it for Park Place. Hard to believe he's making his gauntlet debut as well as he's played throughout. De Luceretta has it here. De Luceretta now moving it toward the middle. Coca-Cola on the attack. Getting it out in front, trying to cut it into the goal, and he does. That's Pierres. Polito Pierres, the leading scorer for Coca-Cola, puts it through to tie it up at 7.
What grit by Polito Pierres there. There was one bump where he dropped his mallet, gave everything to help his horse move Louis Hine over just enough to give him one slap shot on the offside. And here's a look at it. Polito pushing for everything he's worth and just slapping that ball through.
What have they been talking about at halftime? Let's check in with Anna.
Hey guys, yeah, I was over by Coca-Cola's team tent at halftime, and they said that this second half is going to be a brand new game for them. They said they want to forget about the mistakes and just move on, but they do want to be careful about fouling. They don't want to give Park Place those easy goals. And one more thing they said we're either going to win as a team or lose as a team. That's how close this Coca-Cola organization is, guys.
We're back to action. You're looking at the score correctly now. 7-6. Coca-Cola's last goal has been taken away from them.
That's right. When Polito hit that final neck shot, he reached under the neck of the defending horse. That was the horse of Louis Hines. So that goal was taken away. It was a spot hit for Park Place.
Would you question the call?
Well, I'd want to see it again. His follow-through may have gone under the neck. You need to keep your mallet on your side of an even ride-off with the horses being neck to neck.
Either way, a tough call there. Is coming in is Ulloa. Ulloa takes it away. Ulloa trying to go on the near side neck, cannot get to it, and Pierres will have it. And Pierres tries to clear it out in front of the goal. Wants to get it away from the Park Place end. And they do. And here comes Coca-Cola. Maybe even a more determined Coca-Cola now after losing that last goal. And it's moved ahead, and there's Gonzalez knocking it away.
Great back shot.
Ulloa has it. He's sandwiched at the moment.
Good work by Hilario.
Takes his time, sees his opening. Here he goes to work. Ulloa still moving with it. Perez is waiting on him as they go toward the board. Ulloa will hold up. Now move along again. Right with him is Pierres. The two top scorers for their teams.
Good defense by Coca-Cola here. They're being patient.
Gonzalez has it. De La Soretta with him. Now reaching back in is Pierres. All the top scorers in that cluster at this moment. And now the man who's been the best scorer for Park Place today, Louis Hine, comes in to get in on the action. Hine lets it rip toward the goal. It's going to go wide to the left. About 75 yards out, taking that shot.
Good shot by Louis. Turned that ball at a walk. He didn't mess around with it. Snuck a peek and drilled it just wide left.
There you see the horses change. We've talked about it before. It's like a line change in hockey. You have about that much time to change. That's because right. They don't hold up the action for you to change.
And there's an art to that change. Not only jumping from horse to horse, but finding the right moment to run off the field and make that flying change.
Coca-Cola moving it ahead. Pierres with it. Pierres puts it ahead. Now Ulloa will come in and try to get it out of the Coca-Cola end. Just over a half a minute to go here in the fourth chukker. .30 seconds to go. Ulloa playing it on the near side, can't get to it. Pierres will turn it the other way for Coca-Cola. Pierres has Gonzalez right in front of him, lifts it to the middle of the field. Now moving over to Chauvin. He's been kind of quiet, the youngster, Lorenzo Chauvin. Lorenzo Chauvin now still moving. He's inside the 20-yard line. He puts the shot, and it's just to the right.
Unlucky Lorenzo Chauvin. Did everything right there. The final scoop went off a horse and just wide right.
And that is the end of the fourth chukker. 2 more to go. Park Place 7, Coca-Cola 6. Start the fifth chukker. Park Place up 7-6. Coca-Cola apparently had tied it up in the fourth chukker, but Adam, they had this goal taken away.
And here's where they might wish they'd hung on to that challenge. Polito makes a good bump on Louis Hine, And the question here is, does his follow-through cross in front of Louis Hines' space, his lane? So you see the two horses parallel, bumping shoulder to shoulder. The question is whether Polito's follow-through is dangerous because it's crossing in front. It's a very tough call. Umpires went against Coca-Cola on this one, and that's why the goal was taken away.
And here they come, Park Place with the lead. They're in the blue. Peque Gonzalez will play it ahead to Louis Hines. Hines started off great in that first half. Up ahead, Hilario Ulloa. And Ulloa has it knocked away from him by De La Cerruta. Now here comes Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola on the move and still on the move, and it has it knocked away by Peque Gonzalez. Good defense at that point. Looked like Pierres may be breaking away there momentarily.
It did. Good hook by Peque Gonzalez to save the day on that one.
Now Ulloa will play it ahead. Peque Gonzalez goes on offense this time, and right with him is Pierres.
There's a good look at a horse checking quickly, making a quick turn.
And we have another whistle and a stoppage. Back to action. Here's Coca-Cola with it. Has it knocked up in the air by Ulloa. Now moving on, De La Cerruta playing it to the middle of the field. Knocked out of there by Hines. Hines with a good save for Park Place. It'll go along the board. De La Cerruta has some room. Tries to get it into the goal mouth, puts it out towards the middle of it. Scooping it up there is Hines. Good defense once again, and he has it on the move. Hines still going with it. Hines trying to get away, and watch him move. There's Louis Hines crossing over midfield. He was running right with the other teenager in this game, Siobhan.
Looks like Louis shook off that injury.
He did. Ulloa with it. And it's going to roll out. As you can see, there's a lot of room to run out there, Adams. We look at the basics.
There's 10 acres of space for these horses to work in. Tucker's 7.5 minutes in length. And after each goal, teams switch direction. That's to nullify any wind, field, or sun advantage.
Park Place in the blue, Coca-Cola in the red. This is the championship of the USPA Gold Cup, the 51st edition, as it goes over the board and out of bounds. Park Place jumped out to a big lead. Coca-Cola cut it down. They apparently had tied it, but they had a goal taken away from them on a penalty in that fourth chukker. And here comes Ulloa for Park Place. One of the best in the world, gives it ahead to Peque Gonzalez. Gonzalez right in the middle of the field, about 70 yards away. Gonzalez trying to get the shot, cannot find it there. Here comes Coca-Cola the other way. Pierres moving it ahead. De La Cerruta up there with it. Now scooping back in on his Pierres, still giving chase. That's Siobhan. Siobhan has it, and has it knocked away from him by Hines. Hines and Siobhan, they bump again. A little rough along the boards. A hockey game breaking out, perhaps, Adam. No, coming out with it here.
That was quite a battle.
Hines will come away with it. Waging in there, trying to poke it away once again, though. And he can't do it there. That was Pierres. Now the action, still staying on the Coca-Cola end with the cut shot towards the goal. And it's going to roll, and it's going to roll, and they put it right in front of the goal mouth, but it's knocked away by Gonzalez. Siobhan put it right there. I mean, it's inches from scoring. What a play, almost. And it's turned away. Wow. And even on that shot, if he misses it just a moment, he'll knock it in the goal.
Look at this. Louis trying to hit it a way back shot, but Siobhan hooks him and gets a little backhand scoop, which almost crosses the line. Peque Gonzalez can save it off the line.
Peque saves it. Peque now takes it down, lifts it up, puts it through. What a turnaround at both ends of the field, and Park Place now goes up 8-6. Peque Gonzalez.
Incredible series of plays by Peque Gonzalez on his gelding Cinco, number 5. Played him in the first, back in the 5th, and he stopped that goal in his goal mouth and scores the cut shot. You see him at 60 yards out at an angle, aims for the right post, and with that momentum, it goes right through the uprights.
Peque Gonzalez, that's the guy blocking it at the other end and dunking it at the other end. What a great play by Gonzalez, who won this Gold Cup back in 2022. Wow.
Here's a break for Julian.
Here they come. De Luceretta. De Luceretta on his own. Only grass in front of him. De Luceretta will calmly take it all the way in for a needed score. Julian De Luceretta puts it through and makes it 8-7. Here comes Coca-Cola right back.
And he keeps doing what he's done all tournament, coming from the back of the game, moving forward. I think this is his fourth from the field today. You see Siobhan being disciplined, taking Ilario out of the play and letting his teammate take all the time in the world to finish the goal.
And that he does, calmly, collectively, and smoothly, putting it through. Now it's 8-7, under 2 minutes to play here in the fifth. Chucker, and winning this is Coca-Cola. De Luceretta has it again. De Luceretta trying to move it ahead, and he does. Hine reaching in there, but getting it and circling around with it is Siobhan. Siobhan almost had it the last time. He puts it up and lifts it right in front. Siobhan trying to go in and follow up his own shot. Can't do it this time. A lot of bodies in there and a whistle and a foul.
You can see all those quick changes of direction and lines, and let's see what the umpires decide on this one. And Lorenzo Siobhan, the way Louis Hine was finding the ball a lot in the first half, I feel like it's Lorenzo finding a lot of the ball in the second.
There's Siobhan, the 6-goal player. As we mentioned earlier, playing in his first gauntlet. He already has a runner-up trophy from the C.V. Whitney just a few weeks ago with Coca-Cola, the start of this gauntlet.
This call's going to go against Coca-Cola. Julian got caught across the right-of-way. This will be a spot hit for blue.
Peque Gonzalez, the defensive play of the game, perhaps.
What a play. And by Siobhan to put it on the goal line with a hook and a scoop. They're back to Peque taking the knock-ins. Ilario took the last two, but they're switched back to Peque.
Peque moves it ahead. Ulloa gives chase. Now lifts it ahead. About 70 yards out. Here's Hine. Hine looks for room. There's a whistle as he was cut off by Siobhan.
This will be a yellow card against blue number 2 for dangerous riding. It's going to go to center hit for Coca-Cola.
150 yards out. Wisely just playing it along.
That's right. Give yourself 30 yards of that first tap.
Yeah, let's get a goal here. We need it to tie it up. That's what he's thinking at this moment. Polito puts it ahead, and it's knocked away. Ulloa clears it out. Here comes Ulloa the other way for Park Place. Borodin with the touch, goes on the boards, and here comes Hine out with it. Hine lifts it ahead to Peque. Gonzalez firing it deep downfield. Gonzalez in a race. Can't get to it. Siobhan will turn it away just a moment. Now moving back in is Peque. Gonzalez has it once again.
Amazing play that Mayor made. I think that he's getting called by coming back to that ball. And that'll be the end of the chucker.
So the fifth chucker is over. It's Park Place leading Coca-Cola 8-7. When we come back, the championship round in this, the USPA Gold Cup title on the line.
On our 135th anniversary, we celebrate the strong bonds formed between the horses, players, and fans of the game. Bonds that enable us to play the sport we are born to play. The speed, the energy, the competition, the crowd, and the tradition. We were born for this. US Polo ASSN, born to play.
The USPA Gold Cup Championship on the line today as we go into the sixth chukker, the final one of regulation. Park Place 8, Coca-Cola 7. Kenny Rice and Adam Snow here with you. It's an exciting game, as you can tell. And sometimes you just have to slow it down so much a picture tells the best story, Adam.
That's right. And what a photo this is. This is a full stretch hook. The number 4 in pink leaning forward, trusting his horse completely. There's no contact with the mouth when you lean forward that much. And he's reaching just 6 inches below the hand of the player trying to scoop the ball. This is Adolfo Cambiaso behind, hooking his son, the number 3 in white, Perotto Cambiaso.
The only 2 teams to go through this second leg of the gauntlet undefeated. The 2 highest scoring teams, they have lived up to the billing. Park Place in the blue with the lead against Coca-Cola. And here we go in the 6th and final chukker of regulation. Coca-Cola trying to come out with it. They whiff on that. Circling back around is Polito Pierres. Pierres moving it along. Moving over to him is Ulloa. The top scorers for their teams. Now he gets it across midfield. Into Coca-Cola territory just for a moment. And now coming in is Chavan. Chavan will try to turn this thing around, and he does. Chavan shoots it to the middle of the field. It's about 80 yards away. Back there on defense is Borodine, who's done a nice job on defense for him today. And Jillian Johnston now gets in on the action. She leaves it behind there for De Luceretta. Just missed.
Unlucky, and Jillian got on the ball up there on her favorite horse, Hibachi. Had a bad bounce, but Julian followed her up. It was just a little too much on that next shot, went right wide left.
Talk about the bad bounces, game of inches, all that.
Yeah,
that was right there on that one play.
Eye on the ball,
yeah.
But that thing hopped 8 inches in the air. She just overrode it. Peke back on Prima Donna. We saw him score the great breakaway goal on her in the 2nd.
And here comes Peke Gonzalez. Gonzalez won this Gold Cup 3 years ago. Was runner-up 2 years ago in the U.S. Open. Now he's looking for some room. De Luceretta is just in front of him. Coming up from behind, though, they had it taken away from him. But now Ulloa gets back in the mix there in the blue, and Ulloa has it. Peke now trying to come back in, and he gets it. De Luceretta knocks it loose. It's a free ball at the moment. No, it's picked up now by Pierres.
You can tell it's all on the line here. They're battling for inches.
De Luceretta sandwiched here and taking it away from him, Ulloa. Ulloa and Gonzalez very good on defense right now. And Peke may have had the defensive play of the game earlier, taking inches from the goal mouth. He number 4.
Hilario on his 2nd 360 on this Mare Rupe.
You talked about being able to turn on a dime, spin around, do a 720 and still keep moving as they're doing right now. And now Peke Gonzalez has it. And Ulloa almost had it for a moment, and Chavan knocks it away. Now playing it on the near side and keep moving with it is Gonzalez. And Ulloa along the boards. Chavan right in front of him. Now he has some room. Now there's the shot. There's the deflection. There's the whistle.
Unlucky, so umpires are going to have a decision here whether Lorenzo Chavan was blocking Hilario's shot at goal or whether Hilario mishit the ball and hit into the player in front of him.
What you see is Chavan rubs it off, gets ready to keep playing. Reminds you of Little League days, doesn't it? You get hit by a baseball, right. You rub it off, you keep playing.
And they just gave each other a high five, no hard feelings. Coca-Cola taking it from the spot.
So Coca-Cola has it, trailing by a point. 4:38 to go in this game in regulation. What do they have to do, Adam? What are you looking for Coca-Cola now as they come on the offense?
Well, Coach Mariano Aguirre told them at halftime to focus on the positive. I still think they're right in the game. I think they keep clicking with their passes and try to stick to their game plan.
Louis Hine circles around with it. Nice stick handling. Hine has it. Louis Hine keeps moving. Hine, 60, now 40, 20. He's keeping going. Hine cannot quite get there, though, and it's turned away. That's how aggressive, though, Hine has been throughout this game. Now it's back there to Peke. Peke lifts the shot up and through. Peke Gonzalez staying with it and scoring. He's had back-to-back, and Park Place now has a 2-goal lead.
And Peke is on fire every time he plays this mare. I keep talking about her, but Tan Primadonna, he anticipated that away back shot, which was a counter direction. Cute back shot on the part of Coca-Cola. There it is right now, but Peke was not wrong-footed. He got on that ball, scooped it under the neck, and drilled it from 35 yards.
throw in, 3:37 to go. Urgency now for Coca-Cola in the red. They're down by 2. De Luceretta has it. De Luceretta moving along with it. Still going about 80 yards out. He's staying right to the middle of it. Can he see any kind of opening there? He leaves it behind. And getting it and circling around right now, Siobhan, who will leave it for Pierres. Pierres moving in, 20 yards away. Pierres has it knocked away by Ulloa. Ulloa comes in with the defense, and Siobhan has it. He'll leave it one more time, and no, Siobhan will take the shot. It's deflected in front of the goal and cleared out of there. Coca-Cola getting some looks, maybe not the one they wanted on that one, as it's tipped over and goes over the board out of bounds. And clock is not their friend as it ticks down now to 2:46.
It looked like nobody wanted to shoot it for a moment there for Coca-Cola. I think they must have had the goal blocked and were working to try to find an open space.
It's kind of at the time in the game where there should be no hesitation, right?
Well, Siobhan took the shot. Unfortunately, went off a horse. Here's Peke still on prima donna on defense.
Peke moving along. Has it knocked away. And now getting it is Polito Pierres. Pierres, the leading scorer here for Coca-Cola. And they could sure use a goal now with 2:15 to go and down 2. And he moves along. Pierres gets away. Pierres is in the open. Pierres will play it on the near side. Pierres is going to take it all the way in. And Pierres scores. Polito Pierres. He won this 5 years ago.
Polito, and look at his working through, man. He's got Peke waiting for him on the offside. Louis Hine trying to hook him on the near side, and Polito with all the grit wins position on the near side. 1, 2, 3 through the goalpost on the near side, and that's who you want to have the ball, Kenny, if you're Coca-Cola right now.
He's won this once. He's been runner-up once, and now here they go again. Coca-Cola trying to tie things up. Oh, Coca-Cola on the move. De Luceretta. Can he cut it there? De Luceretta will leave it, and it will roll out.
Wow, what a bump there. Peke Gonzalez had jumped onto a fresh horse. Big bump with Julian de Luceretta, and he shot just wide.
And Peke.
Oh, there's a look at that bump.
Just enough. So here they come back. Coca-Cola under a minute to go. Trying to keep it on the offensive end. Oh, there's a foul. There is a foul, and that is a big one right now with 43 ticks to go in this game.
This is going to be a penalty to right-of-way infraction against blue number 4. This will be a 30-yard undefended hit for Coca-Cola to tie the game.
And one of the best is taking this shot, the 9-goal player, Polito Pierres. Pierres will take the shot. Pierres, the second leading scorer in this tournament behind Ulloa. He has scored almost half the goals for Coca-Cola, and Pierres now trying for his biggest goal of this tournament to tie it up.
Remember, Pete De Merlos telling me all the thoughts that are in your head as you approach this ball.
Pierres 30 yards out, uncontested. Puts it through. Pierres puts it through, and it ties it at 9 with 38 seconds to go in regulation.
Ice in his veins, and you see Polito with a big old smile there coming back to the throw-in.
Polito Pierres never hesitated on that. Now with 20 seconds to go. Are we going to overtime? Circled around. Ball's knocked loose. Oh, Park Place is trying to get away from it. Park Place now turns it back to the middle of the field. There's only 10 seconds to go. 8 seconds. The clock winding down here in regulation. Coca-Cola has it. One miracle shot. They better take it now with 2 seconds to go. And it will not get there. And we are going into overtime. Park Place 9, Coca-Cola 9 for the USPA Gold Cup final. We'll have to play a little extra. going to overtime, tied at 9. Here's how we got here. Coca-Cola's Polito Perez, seconds to go with this open penalty shot.
And they look easy, Kenny, but there's a lot running through your mind when you're looking at an open goal from 30 yards. Polito focused on the ball, ice in his veins, sending his team to OT.
It's scheduled for 7.5 minutes, this 7th chukker, but it's this simple. The first team that scores wins. It's sudden death between Coca-Cola in the red, Park Place in the blue.
And Polito obviously has a lot of confidence on this horse. He just scored that penalty. It looks like he's staying on her. This is one that he recently borrowed from his friend Costi Crasset, named Cello Bienvenida.
And there's the throw in, and it's underway. Kenny Rice and Adam Snow here with you. Glad that you're with us. Fittingly, the two best teams in this tournament would have to play an extra chukker to decide the USPA Gold Championship. And there's a whistle and a foul right off. Just seconds into it. And Perez, the man who put through the goal to send us into overtime, is making a case.
That's right. This time it's an uneven ride-off being called against red number 3, Polito Perez. This will be moved up for a center hit for Park Place. And you know they've worked out a play here, Hilario and Peque.
Peque has it. Ulloa there in the black helmet just ahead of him. And it comes to it. And here goes Ulloa. Moves it towards the middle. Moving towards the goal, moving towards the goal, moving towards the goal.
That's as close as it gets.
It just, how did he miss? It was so close. Just another inch off.
A beautiful shot by Hilario Ulloa from 120 yards out. Just rolled left to that goalpost, missed by 2 feet.
Oh, 120 yards away. So now it's Coca-Cola's turn on offense. Here they come. But they won't have it long as Peque Gonzalez takes it away along the boards. Here goes Peque one more time. Coca-Cola gets it out of there. Coca-Cola, you know, they've come close in the past. They've been runner-up, it seems. Runner-up, big moments. Will this be the one they take the championship? Hine has it. Louis Hine, a great first half for this youngster from Great Britain. As he moves it along, the 19-year-old trying hard here in his first gauntlet competition.
Hilario on the ball behind.
Ulloa has it. Needs some room. De Luceretta in front of him. He puts it ahead. Puts it right in front. With it is Hine. Hine double team. Knocked away. Whistle. They call a foul. They're calling a foul.
I think Louis Hine might have gotten that foul.
That close to winning the USPA Gold Cup. He's not missed this entire tournament.
Now there is a question on whether there was an appeal in a helicopter. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Umpires have decided that's not the case. It's a penalty 2 for Park Place. Irupe. And Hilario Ulloa.
Ulloa for the championship for Park Place. He won it 15 years ago, and he wins another one now. On the penalty shot, Ulloa remains perfect on his penalty shots throughout the tournament, and Park Place is the USPA Gold Cup champs, 10-9 in sudden death overtime over Coca-Cola.
What a game, back and forth, overtime. Hilario Ulloa, the thrill of victory, but Coca-Cola can hold their heads high. They played a great game and came back in the second half.
Nice and easy. And add one more to his trophy case.
Polito and his team found a way to bring Coca-Cola back. They look like they might take the title. Goes into OT, and Hilario Ulloa with the pass. Louis Hine winning the foul. Game for Park Place.
Let's check in now on the field with Anna.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Park Place's Hilario Ulloa. Hilario, how were you able to hold off Coca-Cola? You scored the golden goal. How were you able to work as a team and get the job done?
We played an amazing first half, but we knew they were going to come back. They were going to change a few things, and I think the last 3 chukkers, it has been anybody's game. It's a pity they lost because they also deserve to win. I mean, one of those games that probably both teams deserve to win. We were lucky at the end, but I think the team's been playing in an amazing level. We handled big time the pressure because they were coming. They shot a few times to goal. We were even a bit lucky, but I think this team, this group of people really deserved a win like this.
The emotion after the win, it feels like this is more than just a Gold Cup win. It feels like it's bigger for this organization. Why?
You just said it. Look at my skin. This is more than a Gold Cup win. You know, it's a team that's been fighting hard. We had a tough year last year, and I think we came back. We get better organized. We brought more horses. And part of this, I want to honor it on Rufo Laulé. You know, it was a tough beginning of the season. I really wanted to play with him. He was supposed to be one of the future polo stars, 10 goals for many years, and we missed a chance, and it was a tough time for all of us. Obviously, Louis did an amazing job, but it was, like you say, very emotional for what happened before, for who are we playing for, and all this group of people that I know they worked so hard for us to achieve this cup.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Awards all the way around. The best playing pony, Cinco. The most valuable player, the 19-year-old Louis Hine, the first year that he has played in the gauntlet. What a performance he turned in. Charity checks given out before the tournament. Coca-Cola designating Polo for Life as their charity. And Park Place designating Polo Training Foundation for their charity. It was a thriller today here at the National Polo Center in Palm Beach County, Florida. And in overtime, sudden death, it's Park Place winning the USPA Gold Cup Championship 10-9 over Coca-Cola. Our next polo on ESPN will be the Women's and Men's National Intercollegiate Championship Final. And of course, the most coveted trophy in polo, the US Open, coming up soon on ESPN. For the Hall of Famer Adam Snow, Anna Doolittle, and our entire staff, I'm Kenny Rice. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, everyone.